Our low force to high force walk begins at Bowlees Visitor Centre near Middleton-in-Teesdale. The 5.5 mile route includes Gibson's Cave, Summerhill Force, Low Force and High Force waterfalls. Before the main walk, we take a detour to Gibson's Cave. From the car park, a signed path along Bowlee Beck guides us to Summerhill Waterfall. Continuing upstream, the beck forms small cascades beneath dense trees. Sunlight filters through the canopy, but the growing sound of rushing water signals Gibson's Cave ahead. Soon we reach Gibson's Cave. We are glad we included this half-hour detour. A sign explains the cave's history and geology, adding interest before starting the main walk. At Gibson's Cave, Summerhill Force plunges over a thick limestone layer called the 5-yard limestone. Beneath it lie sandstone and dark shale, deposited 330 million years ago. Different rock types erode at varying rates. Softer sandstone and shale undercut the harder limestone, forming the overhang and gorge we see, a process continuing today. Local legend tells of William Gibson, a 16th century outlaw hiding here from Barnard Castle constables. Friends supplied him with food and clothes behind the waterfall's curtain. After exploring the cave, we retrace our steps to the car park. Signs direct us to Bowlees Visitor Centre, where there is a cafe, a shop and toilets. Inside the centre, we find information about the North Pennines area of outstanding natural beauty. A leaflet outlines the low force to high force walk in detail. Leaving the centre, we begin the main walk by crossing the road. A footpath leads us down towards Wynch Bridge and the nearby low force waterfall. The footpath soon brings us into a wooded area where we reach Wynch Bridge spanning the River Tees, our crossing point before viewing low force. Wynch Bridge, a Grade 2 listed structure, was built in 1830 to replace an earlier bridge that collapsed. It once carried Holwick lead miners across Teesdale. Crossing the bridge feels special. A sign warns it is for ordinary foot traffic only, allowing one person at a time to prevent damage or overloading. Stepping off the bridge, we glimpse low force waterfall. The peaty River Tees tumbles over rocky ledges, a striking display of natural energy and power. Walking beside the river, on a section of the Pennine Way, we pass 2 sandstone sheep sculptures, carved to reflect the area's farming traditions. Looking across the river, we see calm stretches of water bordered by rugged rocks, a sharp contrast to the tumbling, noisy falls we have just left behind. Soon we enjoy a full view of low force in motion. The river plunges over hard dolerite of the Wynn Sill, formed 295 million years ago. Continuing along the path, we are fortunate with today's fine weather. Sunshine and clear skies make our low force to high force walk especially enjoyable. This section follows the Pennine Way, also part of a Pennine journey and the Teesdale Way. It is a celebrated route linking several long-distance trails. Rocky spots along the riverbank provide perfect places to rest. We enjoy a snack, pour coffee from the flask, and take in the surroundings. At times, we stand right at the river's edge, listening closely to the flow and experiencing the sights and sounds of the River Tees up close. The river shifts character along this stretch, flowing gently in some places before rushing quickly over rocky outcrops, creating an ever-changing contrast of movement and sound. We pass 2 men fly fishing from the bank. The River Tees is noted for brown trout and salmon, drawing anglers from across the region. Further along, we see rapids flowing over rocks, framed by trees in varying greens. Sunlight catches the water, reflecting a shimmering light across the river's surface. The path between low force and high force is generally straightforward. Though rocky in places, it is mostly level and easy to follow without difficulty. After about a mile from low force, we reach Holwick Head Bridge. We will return here later, as there is no crossing point at high force. Standing on Holwick Head Bridge, we enjoy a fine view of the River Tees flowing downstream, framed by trees and fields on both sides. Anticipation builds as we walk through tall bracken. We know high force is close, the highlight of our route, and excitement grows with every step. Our first view of high force is unforgettable. From the viewing area, we watch the River Tees drop 21 metres into a plunge pool below. Across the river, people descend steps from the B6277 near High Force Hotel, paying for access. Our public path offers free uninterrupted views on this side. The site of High Force is remarkable. Like Low Force, it plunges over the wind sill, with sandstone and limestone layers beneath, typical of the North Pennines. The wind sill formed 295 million years ago when molten rock cooled underground. Erosion later exposed it, creating the dramatic landscapes and waterfalls seen today. Beneath the wind sill lies sandstone, deposited around 330 million years ago from ancient river deltas, adding another distinct layer to this geological story. Below that sits grey limestone, formed from ooze in a tropical sea when the North Pennines were located much closer to the equator. High Force lies further upstream than Low Force. The word force comes from Old Norse foss, meaning waterfall, introduced by Viking settlers about 1,100 years ago. We follow the track from Dirt Pit across Smithy Syke. The word syke means small stream, a term often used in northern England and Scotland. The track is easy to follow, with clear signposts guiding us back to Bowlees Visitor Centre. It avoids stiles, continuing along stone paths through open countryside. Passing the whitewashed farm buildings at Ash Hill, we note their distinct character. Many belong to the Raby estate, while land south of the Tees forms the Strathmore estate. Further along, we pass through a gate and soon see Bowlees Visitor Centre in the distance, signalling our return point and the walk's approaching end. Arriving back at the Visitor Centre, our Low Force to High Force walk concludes. We have explored waterfalls, legends, geology and landscapes in the heart of Teesdale. The Visitor Centre, housed in an old Methodist chapel, now serves as a cafe and information hub, sharing details of the area's geology, wildlife and history.